depending solely on outsiders. We have to grow our technology, we have to grow our road construction, we have to grow our people so that they will also grow others, and so the employment will also distant. We also have more or less abolished what is called variation on price, where you come and quote, and then you give us your unit rates very low, that is even lower than the market prices at the time of your quoting. And then after some time, you say you are doing CPI, foreign exchange differential, and you are doing variation on price. One day the president asked me, Minister, what is different between CPI and the that, but not under this administration. So we have stopped VOP, So if we give you a job, you have to do the job. If we give you a job and there is no funding, we have a new agreement where if the federal government cannot fund the job, and then you can't wait for the time there will be money, then you have the right under the new contract to exit. If you don't exit, there's no liability on the part of government. This is very important because if a man is married to a woman and then that marriage is not working, then there must be a way, to pull out so that lives will be saved. This is very important. It protects our contractors. It protects the federal, government. This is very important. And on the advance payment, people hold the advance payment and be charging of VOP and CPI. If we give you advance payment, you have to exhaust it before we do certificate for you. This protects the federal government to ensure that there is value for money. You don't get advance payment, you go and warehouse it to the bank and be getting interest, and then now be having altercation with us. My certificate is not being paid. You are holding our money, and so if you have an advance payment, you have to exhaust it before we start to, give you another distance. This is very important, and I'm happy that I have a very wonderful brother, the Honorable Minister of Work State, who is fully overseeing FEMA. I will also ask him to do this press briefing, but he has to do one because he has done wonderfully very well, in spite of paucity of funds, So I also have a procurement officer who was here and who procured all our legacy projects. And I think Senator Baribe should go and meet you for some lectures, who is now our new PAM secretary in whom I'm well pleased. And I said to my minister, January I will take leave because I'm comfortable with the wisdom and knowledge and forthrightness of the PAM secretary. This is very important. Now let's discuss the 4 legacy projects of Mr. President. There are some people that are not just happy about Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway. And I've been trying to find out why they're not happy. They don't care projects in their own zones. Why are you not happy about that project? I have not been able to find out. But you can't be more Catholic than Pope. The 9 governors of the zones, together with their people, are very happy with this project. And so why would you come from elsewhere and you are talking about the project? And so the people are happy with the project. The president is happy with the project. The minister is very happy with the project. The ministry is happy. So what is your problem? So section 147.47, as directed by the president, we've opened it. Negotiators are very happy. Nigerians are very happy. You say you are criticizing it, but you see how, happy Nigerians are, which means there is something about that dream that God has made flesh through President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So we are at about 85% completion, and by God's special grace, it will be, commissioned. We have a lot of challenges on it, and I asked the BPP, because there are increments and very obvious. And I asked them, please don't evaluate our submission. We like you to come to site and look at it. And that young man in BPP is a wonder. He'll be laughing with you and he'll be doing the correct thing. So it's a very strong backbone for Mr. President, and I'm very happy with him. No matter what you do, there can be no inducement. So it's a boy that we should trust for the advancement of our country. And so he sent his people that were there, and they marveled. And I'm happy we did that. Let me also announce that, by the directive of the president, we have written to EFCC and ICPC, and we've given them all the projects from 2023, as awarded, that they should go around the entire site and verify it. And I think ICPC have just concluded theirs. And I'm very happy for that, because there's nothing to hide. And that gives, credibility, to the administration of Mr. President, that there's no sacred cow and there is nothing to hide. So if you have any petition about any of our projects, please write to ICPC or EFCC, because most of them have been on site and they will be able to figure out what you are this thing. I'm not saying that we should not be criticized, but let it be constructive and let it be factual. If you criticize us constructively, I will provide you the answer. And I want, Rufai. Rufai doesn't see anything good in our government, But the more you don't see good things in our government, then you are making yourself cheap. Because if 2 + 2 gives you 4, and you are saying 3, and you are shouting, flexing muscles, spending a lot of energy to counter, a professor of infrastructure, then it's a problem. It's a problem. So, I think he should make haste to reconcile with me, so that, the shortcomings in terms of infrastructural, technicalities will be hidden. And when I'm going to appear, I will let him know, and I will lecture him ahead of time. This is very important. So that legacy project, the second section is about 65% done, and it's 55 kilometers, and it's running from the Leko Junction, where the 47.47 of the first coastal highway stopped, the first section, and is going to the border between Lagos and Ogun. That Lagos and Ogun, Lagos, it took off the fourth section took off from Ogun and Ondo, and that is 82 kilometers. And that project has been awarded, it is ongoing. For people that are saying, look, why are you doing these legacy projects? Let me tell you something. When a nation is, in crisis, you have to do everything to bring external funds into the system. And that is the wisdom of what the president is doing, these 4 legacy projects. We are putting just 30%. Then there is international funding of 70%. And there is return on investment, and it's very high. There are people that have been quoting, about 4 different companies, that they want to pay 100% of what we spent on Coastal Highway Section 1, and then take it over and toll it. That process is on. So the legacy project is an investment. It's not just a road and bridges construction. It's an investment. And it is linking all the ongoing projects of Mr. President. And then the 3A and 3B, which is 65 kilometers, which we did a detour because of a very serious swamp, and they came to about 72 kilometers. It's also ongoing in, Akwa Ibom and Cross River. And we are very happy with the work. And I want Senator Baribe to know that he's part of the Committee on Works, and that we took him to that coastal highway, and he had the opportunity to speak. If he was not happy with the procurement, a lecture would have taken place there. But just like in marriage, if anybody has anything to say about it, let him speak, or otherwise let him shut up permanently. So my brother Senator Baribe, everything was rightly done. This is very important. And so we are procuring Section 5, which is the end of Akwa Ibom. It is ongoing, now. And then, of course, the biggest of the legacy project section, the second legacy project, and it's going from, Sokoto, where my brother comes from. It's always there every week, and he's so excited about that project and the performance. And that project is 120 kilometer in, Sokoto. Over 60 kilometers has been, earthwork has been done. About 5 kilometer concrete has been done. It's quite challenging, and I commend the president very highly. Very dogged fighter. The NSA, very dogged, and of course the security chiefs. We are so challenged in terms of security there, but we've not given up. We're even working at night, because over there I've just given approval that concrete will only be laid at night because of high temperature. If you lay it in the day, the high temperature will break the concrete. So these are sacrifices by the contractor. By no means, I have always said, that this contractor high-tech is a developmental partner because we can use them very well without any altercation. No one would have done the job of Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, especially Station 1 and 2, without doing it for 10 years or 20 years, and then there will be a lot of variation. But we thank them very highly. And Section 2 is 200, and 50% of that Sokoto is being paid. 50% is being paid, which is, over, 500 billion. And then it's the desire of the president. So the 20% is to enhance the performance. And then when they get the 70% funding, which is Lemay Bank is funding, they will now release the 20% to another section. This is very key. And then you have the KB axis, which is 258 kilometers, 948 billion by 2. This is fascinating. And that 958 billion is being paid. Again, the 20% is low to facilitate that job. This is going on now. And over 10 kilometers has been done. Over 100 kilometers has been cleared. And then you now get to the end of the project because president is, giving to starting from the beginning and starting from the end so that there will be a meeting point. And so you have that 142 kilometer, which is running from Abara, the end of the project, and then to the border between Ogun and Oyo. That project has just been awarded. I think the contract will be signed today, and it went through all the processes. So that's where we are. Then we are designing Kwara section, we are designing Niger section, we are designing Oyo section. That will be the end of it. And Lagos Calabar, we have this Akwa Ibom section 5 we are designing. We have a Port Harcourt section, we have Bayelsa and the Delta, and of course 100 kilometers that the president directed to go through Edo, so that the coastal states are all included. But Southeast was not left out. This coastal highway, is passing through the project, the road at Akwa Ibom, but it is Ikote Bene Umahi, where my brother Abaribe came from. So if you want to go distant, you just drive about 30 kilometers, and then you join the coastal highway, and you'll be here. And I didn't tell him that there is a very wonderful project, dualization of Abato Ikote Bene, that is over 70% done. And that Umahi Ikote Bene, the president has completed the first section of it. I told you time with Femi. Somebody was saying this morning at Rise, there's no rail in Southeast. Will the president do everything overnight? In my own Kurukuru eyes, I saw a train running between, Aba and Port Harcourt. I saw it, and it is still ongoing. So when people pretend that they love Southeast and they incite our people, I'm not giving to that. I know when you genuinely love the people, and I know when you are inciting the people, so that the people will come and they, fight your battle. But Southeast people are wiser. We are not against this government. We are for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the third legacy project is passing through. It's supposed to take off from Calabar, but it's taking off from Ebonyi because we already have something going on, and it's 123.5 kilometers, 456. For people that are sleeping, PAM secretary note them so that they can go to their offices and sleep. And so that project is ongoing. I've already said it. We are into Section 2, which is in Benue State. This is very important, and our people are very happy, very grateful to the president. 2027, all votes in Ebonyi State. In fact, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is an Ebonyi man, and so we vote for him. The people were saying, when will Southeast be this? When the time comes, at the time of God, it makes Southeast beautiful. And God is training all of us so that time we will all come out. No be so? So this is very important. And so when you come to some of the key projects, I will not be able to go, but let me use the opportunity to address our people, about Abuja, Kaduna, Zaria, Kano Road. The contractor is InfoQuest, and I've said it, and I'm boldly saying it. Let's remove politics from that project. The president means very well for the project, for that place. Go and check the asphalt that has been laid and paid for. It's already failing. If we are to do, the project we've taken, is 240 kilometers. Out of this 240 kilometers, we have done 40 kilometers on concrete, and it is there. And then the asphalt section, 17 kilometers in Kano, is ongoing. The 15 kilometers in Kaduna, that is heritage, which they did, part of it, we have done the asphalt on it. Which means technically we've done 40 kilometers of concrete and then 17 plus 15 kilometers, 32. There is no any other company other than High-Tech that can beat this record. There is no. And for me, because of the interest of the president, this is my number one project. Because the president monitors this project, he sends people on a weekly basis, some come return with, Caleb, this thing, and some come and return with Evo report. But the point is that this is number one project of the ministry because of the interest of the president. Even tomorrow, we are going to go there. And so what we have said is that make the entire stretch of the remaining 130 kilometers to be motorable. And so we are constantly milling the surface of the failed asphalt. We are milling it, and if you go there now, you see a very beautiful, program that is going. You mill it out, you load it out, you go and mix it with concrete. But the important thing is, let the entire stretch be motorable while the work is going on. And the president means well for that project because it's a very highly trafficked road. And so when you use concrete to do it, then for the next 50 to 100 years, you don't have to touch that road. And I want people to, bet me on this. Go to where asphalt is being used. A lot of failures have happened. We can do that project within 6 months if we were to use asphalt. But it's because of the love the president has for the people. So that project is very much ongoing. The president directed his secretary to write us and ask us to give him, brief on Sokoto, Zamfara, Kaduna, Katsina roads. And we did. We have 4 projects on that axis, 375 kilometers by 750 kilometers. From Sokoto axis, over 60 kilometers of concrete is being laid by CBC. You go to Zamfara side, you have a, Modakat and then Setraco. They have done substantial work there. It's all under the taking over an MPC, project, Then you go to, the end of the project, which is Tractor. In spite of security challenges, the president has not given up. The NSA have not given up. The savages have not given up. So we should be commended for the doggedness of the president in doing these projects. You go to, we just signed contract, on the, we just got a BPP approval, 132 kilometers of road passing through Jigawa, Kaduna and Katsina. Bua tax credit, 333 billion as approved by the president that we should go ahead and procure it. And that's just one carriageway. That is project in Northwest. We have the, the Kaduna Ring Road. That project is, ongoing. We have gotten approval on part of the, Akwanga, the Fort Legacy project that, is this. We got approval that project will be approved, the contract will be signed today. We have the Malando in Kebbi State. That project is ongoing, by Epsilon. Time will fail me to tell you all the projects that are, ongoing, and then, of course, the Kefi Maraba, even though it's in North Central, but that project is also ongoing, So there are so many ongoing projects, Is it the Kano Jigawa, section 100.9 kilometers by tractor, which is part of the Kano to Meduguri, road? That project is, ongoing. Is it the Zaria Hunkui road in 3 sections? That project is, ongoing. So the president has spread his projects very highly. And when it comes to roads and the bridge infrastructure, Northwest came first. And I have no hands in it, but I can't be more Catholic than Pope. That's what the president wants. And that's what is going on. And that's what will be completed. You come to Northeast. You have the Cham Numan project by CGC. It's almost in completion. You have the project of Zephyr Gold. You have the Gombe, the Gombe to Bauchi, by tractor. That project is ongoing. We monitor it very well. We have the Meduguri Ring Road, which is by tractor. It's ongoing. We have Section 5 of the Kano Meduguri, highway by CCACC, which is inside Meduguri. That project is ongoing. You have the, Azera Bauchi Road that cut into 5. The president has released intervention funds to, have it, done. You have the, Biu Road. That project is also ongoing. You have the bridge that cut off into 2 in Taraba State. The president released 6.5 billion to rebuild that bridge. But before we got there, the Northeast Development Commission had awarded it. So what we did is to use that money to do the approach road, within that scope. And that road is ongoing. So there are a lot of projects that are ongoing in the Northeast. You come to North Central, you have a multiplicity of projects. One of them is it's 995 billion. So 995 million US dollars of the Makurdi to 9th Mile project by China Harbour. The federal government is giving 15%, and the China Exim is sponsoring 85%. Dollar is coming in, and that's one of the reasons for the stability. The president has also, by the reason of the reinforced concrete technology, we have aborted almost to 90% the importation of bitumen. Everything about road construction is now local content. There is more jobs in the cement factories. There is more transportation, and this is a catalyst. This is what we are talking about, local content. So you have the Maraba KV, 43 kilometer dualized, which we gave to China Harbour. They were not performing, so we allowed them to do the first 43 kilometer, which is about 95% done. Then we took H&M, a company from Kano, who is very good, and then JRB for intervention. They are in the other carriageway. I think the contract is 40 billion and 30 billion. No advance payment has been paid. But these people believe in us, and are working. And I'm happy with what the governor of Nasarawa said, and what the people within that corridor, have also said. You come to, the Abuja Lokoja. You have a lot of contractors on that axis. We are not yet happy because the remaining section, of course, we terminated 3 small jobs there, contracts, that have been there since 2023. But we have major contractors that are ongoing. The first 22 kilometers of rehabilitation with asphalt by JRB. We've asked him to, work with the ministry to check the remaining sections that have not yet been procured so that we can have seamless journey. Then you move further, you see the 43 kilometer of the road being done by True Crete, a job terminated by past administration under bulletin. That is reinforced concrete pavement, the same quality with what Infocus and High Tech are doing. I'm very proud of True Crete, what they're doing there. And we just procured 86 kilometer, through a BPP, which is another section which will be done with reinforced concrete. We have 53 kilometer that is being done by Guild. When they saw the beauty of the reinforced concrete, they elected to use the same money to do that entire section. That project is ongoing. Well, we have about 150 kilometer, to Lokoja that no job is going. We are going to tackle it, and the president has directed, and it's going to be done. So I appeal to road users there to be patient with us. When we get that road fully completed, and in most of the section, 50 to 100 years. And so even from Lokoja to Okene, we have CGC, project in that place, dualization, and the flyover, and it's about 70% done. That project is on. Kasinala, in Benue State, it's ongoing. Buruku Bridge by Setraco is ongoing. We have a Northeast, I forgot to mention Ibi Bridge. The people of Northeast, they love that Ibi Bridge so much in Taraba. Yes. I hope we will find funds to do it, even maybe PPP. This is very important. And of course, you come to South-South, you have quite a number of projects that are ongoing. The famous is the, Eleme to One, which is about 30 kilometers, costing us 235 billion. The most traffic route in the entire country. And we're happy with what the president is doing there. The Ogoni people are very happy. The people of Nigeria are very happy. We are at the verge of completing the Bodo Boni, 35.7 kilometers. No, 37.9 kilometers by Julius Beja. By the direction of the president, we just opened that route. And the people are very happy. For the first time, people can drive from island to Boni Island. So it's a thing that will be, to commend the president. So there's no more helicopter to Boni Island, LNG. There's no more boat through that, Boni, very dangerous sea. And so the same thing the president is doing in Nembe Brass. Nembe Brass. That's about 15 kilometers, but very tough terrain. It's a coastal construction, and that job, is ongoing by local contractor, and you see what he's doing, fantastic. And so you see these many sections, 2 sections of, East-West Road is being done by Setraco. The 2 sections about 80% done. There are multiple sections on that route that, the flood washed away. We have the one that is done by Rock Steel and an extension of it. You have the one that is done by JRB in the Ugelede. And so, so we are trying to have a seamless, route all the way, down to Ekate. And at Ekate, we saw a damaged section of the road. And we are doing it by the bridge there. We are digging, using lumps, using sharp sand, and, we are rebuilding that section. And you go to, bypass Ekate, which is being done by Jito, which is about, 9.7 kilometers. That job is ongoing. Even though I have issue with them, I've asked them to come. Let us sit down. You have an advance payment. Work is not progressing very well. And if they don't prove that they can do that job, we will terminate it. This is very critical. The famous Akwa Ibom to Cross River. The original history of that project was CCECC, was starting from Akwa Ibom and then Julius Beja, and then you have Samatek, and then you have Julius Beja again. But Beja had done some work, maybe about 40%, but we couldn't agree on variation. Their variation became 10 times the cost. And so we had to terminate the project after 14 years of to and fro. And so we gave to Recon. We are not happy with what Recon is doing. And so we've taken it over. And then we employed High-Tech without any payment to come and make the entire stretch to be motorable. Samatek is doing well. He's using concrete to do the job. So we have rehabilitated that route up to 90%. Before Christmas will be over, the remaining 9.7 kilometers of Recon will be rehabilitated by, High-Tech. And then they will now take over. We are just concluding the valuation, for it, for the remaining about 50 kilometers. And so we will now be sure that from Akwa Ibom to Cross River is fully on. I don't want to bore you with some bridges like the bridge in between Ebonyi and Cross River, and the bridge between Atinde Beach and the bridge at Oferekwe that is ongoing between Cross River and Ebonyi. I don't want to bore you with that. I don't want to bore you with the second Niger bridge, which is 17.5 kilometers, 145 billion by CCECC. That's a bypass road, and it's ongoing. The president has also is doing the concession road, 125 kilometers, all the way from Benin down to Asaba. It is ongoing. Douaka carriageway, 250 kilometers. I don't want to bore you with a section of Summit Junction to the Head Bridge. 11.5 kilometers dualized, 65 billion awarded. concrete road ongoing in that section. I don't want to bore you with that. So many projects within South that the president is doing, and we are very happy. And then we have completed the Lagos-Ibadan phase 1. We are tackling phase 2. The phase 2 is, part of the phase 2 is Lagos, to Shagamu, 12 kilometer, by CCCC, 12 kilometer, one carriageway fully done. The second carriageway, about 50% done. Before the end of the month, will be finished. I've directed solar light to be mounted all through that place, and so I want our people to enjoy. So that road is done, and so you have the ramps for the flyover bridges that are done, like the one in Redeemed Christian Church and other locations. So you will come and face it to get phase 2, section 2, section 1 fully done. We have the remaining section, which is about 43 billion for Laralek. That project has been procured, and so that job is ongoing. Now the big one, from Shagamu down to Ore down to Benin, that is 96 kilometers of the project is under renewed hope, and it's been awarded, and over 30% of concrete has been achieved by CCCC, and the people are very happy with that project. So when you now start from Lagos, interchange, that's Shagamu interchange, the aim is that you can run all the way to Benin. Then you encounter challenges on our concession route, which is ongoing, and contractor is doing well. And then you can now get to Asaba. You meet the Summit Junction that we are repairing, and then you do a bypass, so you don't follow the town. And so you now, get to Anambra State. You either go to Enugu or you go to Owerri, or you start coming to Abakaliki, my place. So now the Ibadan, election, which is about 184 kilometers, has been awarded, to SKCC, and they are doing it on concrete. But before then, they had to make the entire stretch of the road motorable. I love what the governor of Ekiti did, a beautiful governor and my good friend. He went and stood on top of that concrete road in ecstasy, and then the road that was approved for him by the president, he said, "President, please, I want this company to bid for our own job." So when the bidding will start, we invite that company to come and bid, because he's very happy with the concrete road that is there. And then you now have the 256 kilometer, which is from Ilesha, down to Akure to Benin, which we gave to High Tech since 2023, but no funding. But the project has been funded 30%. And so we say, look, start with the first carriageway and finish it before we now go to another one. We have the 34 billion Itoki road that is ongoing by Guild. The Guild, we have the Lagos project by CGC. It is ongoing in Lagos State. And of course, we have the various intervention and bridges. Time with Femi to tell you all that the president is doing. But this president is a president that is divine, and he came at the right time. And I want Nigerians to appreciate him, to pray for him. This is very important. He's so selfless in the delivery of this project. And you begin to ask yourself, if you are criticizing on road projects, you should ask, what have the previous administrations, PDP and so on, did? No wonder the umbrella got scattered, So you have to ask, what have they, done? You want the president to do everything overnight, Yes, he's not complaining, but I'm complaining that we should be giving more time. By 2030, when he bows out, no one speaks until God has spoken. And God has spoken through the mouth of men that the president has second tenure. And so nobody can do anything about it than to pray for him, because power and might belongs to God Almighty. So I want to thank you very much. I don't want to bore you because some people are sleeping, So I will allow my Honorable Minister to make a comment, and then my PAM Secretary will, deliver our vote of thanks, deep appreciation.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You can come and sit here to make your comment. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Allow it now.
Dear brother and my boss, the Honorable Minister of Works, Chief Excellency Senator Engineer Umahi, with whom I'm well pleased, the Permanent Secretary, Directors, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. Your Excellency, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak to this very important audience. Your address at this briefing has captured almost everything, but mine is just to draw attention of Nigerians on the achievements so far recorded by President Ashwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR within the last 2 years of his administration, or of our administration. Mr. President has shown an uncommon love without knowledge. You need to take a walk and crisscross the road at the project. Why is Mr. President getting this money to do all these projects? Sure. That is the first question you should ask yourself. Mr. President is initiating this kind of projects because he wants to develop this country. There is a Chinese proverb that infrastructure leads to prosperity. There's no way you can develop as a nation without putting infrastructure in place. So I want to commend Mr. President very highly for his love for this nation, for his uncommon commitment to the unity of this nation. We from the Northwest, we have done it before, and will continue to do it to support our dear President, because we know that he has been showing that love to us. Even before the beginning of the flag off of the Sokoto Badagry, I'm sure my minister will bear me a witness that he has been mentioning it in the hallowed chamber of the Federal Executive Council, that where is Sokoto Badagry. This is a dream of over 40-something years by the then Shagari administration, which has never been seen the light of the day. But today, we are enjoying it. My minister sent me to go to Kebbi and receive some vehicles donated by the governor of Kebbi State. And I stood there. I told my minister that I want to go and see this legacy project so that I can show to Nigerians that this is what is happening. Installed. Close to Kwani. My minister directed that myself and some of our directors, we should go there and inspect that road. We were there last beginning of this year, and we saw what is happening. 4 companies working there, CBC, as clearly stated by the minister, that they have achieved almost 40% on concrete. Everybody is happy. People are clapping. People are so happy. A project that will last for more than 50 to 100 years. The triactor is there. The Straco doing good job there. The mother cut. This is why the insecurity. But Mr. President is not deterred. And let me, sir, commend the Office of the National Security Advisor for supporting us. Because without him, this achievement could not have been realized. So I want to call on our Nigerians, particularly our people in the north, please shine your eyes. This is a president that has come with a big heart to unite this country. And this thing is coming bold and clear. What we are showing to you is a true reflection of what is on ground. That's why I said my minister should allow me to stay there up to night so that I will show that video to people so that they will not say it's in Lagos. No, it's in Kebbi. It has circulated everywhere. So we commend our president very highly. And sir, I need to commend you very highly for your leadership, for your doggedness. You are not deterred. Despite the criticisms that are coming from all angles, because you are succeeding, you are championing the programs and policies of Mr. President. Nobody can do it better than you. I'm not a psychopath. I'm not a psychopath. I know where I come from. But I'm telling you that I will continue to support you.
Thank you, sir.
I will continue to give you all the support you require to pilot the affairs of this ministry so that together we can succeed as a nation.
Thank you.
We have been going and crisscrossing the roads as artists of this nation. A lot of my friends who are in the diaspora, they were calling me, what about Abuja, Kaduna, Kano? I said even last week, Mr. President was asking us at PEC. Yes. And we covered almost 14 hours. We left early morning around 6 to 7. Has now vindicated us and has vindicated Mr. President. Nobody is talking about where is Abuja, Kaduna now. Nobody is talking. If someone is talking, let him come now, because we have everything to show. We have opened about 5 to 6 stations, working day and night to ensure that we completed that project by next year, early next year, so that we deliver it to Nigerians. Thank you. Sir, thank you for your leadership. Thank you for all your commitment. Thank you for what you are doing to this country, for what you are doing supporting Mr. President. And I think Nigerians should come out and appreciate what President is doing in this country, because nobody has ever done such kind of thing. Talking about there are over 1,600 plus projects that are ongoing. I'm sure the Honourable Minister cannot enumerate everything here, but I thank you for your wisdom that you said the ICPC and EFCC should come and inspect and give report. That's to show honesty, to show sincerity, to show your integrity. You are a leader, you are a good man. And they have submitted their report. If there is anything that is out there, let them come out and say it. We don't have any sacred cow. And we are working here as a partners, as group, as unity, in diversity, working for this country under the banner of our dear President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I commend him very highly and pray that may Almighty Allah continue to support him, and even as he come back in 2027, finish his tenure and then deliver and consolidate on the gains he has so far achieved. Your Excellency, amen. I thank you very much for this opportunity. BAMSEC, thank you for being very supportive. All the directors, I thank you very much for your hard work, for your commitment. Some of you spent almost a week today without even reaching their families. We thank you very much. This is somebody that is working tirelessly, and we have to support him to crisscross the road arteries of this nation. Together, we succeed as a nation. Thank you very much, and God bless all of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Another round of applause for our Honourable Minister.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We shall take questions, and then after that, the Farm Secretary will make his grateful speech. But let me informed that while we're going around, we discovered that traders and motorists have taken over some of our roads. You see that in, Aba, though the governor of Aba is doing everything to, in fact, the worst is over there. You go to Port Harcourt, it's the worst. That Eleme Junction is the worst. You continue like that till the airport. It's so terrible. And then you go to Lagos, static loads of big trucks are on our bridges. The bridges are not designed for static loads. And then, as I was going through Abuja, Kano, I saw that trading is happening, on the roads, particular days of the week. One carriageway is no. So we, yes, people are removing iron rods from our concrete infrastructure. So, the president can do all these things, but we citizens, we owe ourselves a duty to ensure that these properties are maintained. And so I will be reaching out to a very supportive, Inspector General of Police. He has supported, our road inspections alongside with the Army Chief and SSS, and of course NSA. They have. Without them, it's difficult to go on these roads to inspect. We have been challenged a number of times, but with those security with us, and I suspect everybody, because if you're a contractor and your work is not good, I'm coming to terminate it. You can do anything, So I always get myself well prepared, and it's because NSA, the Army Chief, the DGSSS, the IG supported us. So I'll be appealing to the IG of Police to activate a department of the police, which is the safer highway, and then give to us in all the states so that we can clear these roads. If you go to Port Harcourt, you see that the road is totally damaged, So that is, a big problem for us. So I will write to him, and then plead with him to reactivate the safer highways. We will appeal to contractors to give them money to fuel it, so that, and of course they help in security too, because they also help us to monitor the movement of our equipment and the materials and personnel. We'll do that. Now, do you have questions to ask us?
So, my colleagues, please, in asking your question, you should please exercise professionalism as well.
And of course,
and the medium you represent, please.
I forgot to mention the commitment of Mr. President to raise local contractors. The Honourable Minister just reminded me, and it's part of the policies, of Mr. President, and we are doing just that. And in this ministry, unless your project is a very highly specialized project, like what some of the contractors are doing, otherwise, whether you're coming from Germany or China or Ebonyi State or, Abreba, or Umahi, that of Senator Baribe, the project cost elements are the same. If you don't want the project, don't take it. But if you are taking it, you are using concrete, it's the same concrete grade 40. You are using reinforcement in grade, trunk A roads, it's Y20, the same spacing of 20 cm. Then it's the same sand content. It's the same, our people are doing it, whether the expatriate or local. So we have refused to treat anybody as superior to our local contractors. And I think the contractors should commend the president very highly. And I want to also thank the president very, very highly. He's concerned about some debt of contractors which he didn't know about. And so when he knew about it, he was very sad about it and has directed immediate action, under, a very high, leader, the vice president. So we have met and the president is doing something. So I will plead with contractors to go back to site. This man is not a man that will give you a promise and he will go back to it. You will all be paid. This is very, very important. And if we inherited your debt, I'm not going to work on it. I must insist that EFCC and ICPC must come so that we go and they verify what you have done in the past, because I can't attest to what you have done in the past. until a joint committee we work on it, so that I hold Quran in one hand and Bible in the other hand and say, I testify. Very important. Thank you. Do you have questions? Yes?
Okay.
No, you are free to ask any question.
Yes, I've stated the event is a whole member event, so you can ask any question you want to, but make sure it is on the right sector, please.
Ask any question. Don't censor their questions.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. My name is Dele Obono. I'm a blogger and I write for Extraordinary Online. Sir, your message to us today is quite comprehensive. One, you delve into politics, but I will restrict myself to just road construction. Honorable Minister, you said that the first legacy project of our president, that's the Lagos Calabar Highway, is 85% complete or completed.
85%.
85%.
Section 1.
Section 1. Oh, Section 1. And you also said that it's awaiting commission. When are you going to commission this?
I said before the end of the year, before May 29th, we will.
Before May 29th?
Yes.
Okay.
Why we have not even completed that project is because we met very terrible terrain. We met pits that went up to 20 meters. So we had to, it's on video, so we had to remove the pits and started loading it with lump, sharp sand until we get to natural ground level. And of course, we had to lay another 5 meters. So we had to leave it to consolidate.
Honorable Minister, thank you. I remember that after your first card, briefing in Radio House, you invited us for a press briefing. And we agreed on a marriage between the media and the ministry. And you said the director will divide the reporters into about 6 who visit each of the zones.
The dowry was not paid. We just paid the dowry yesterday. We just paid the, listen, we paid the dowry yesterday. You will start going out to do what we agreed. So dowry was paid yesterday.
Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, let me move to the state. Honorable Minister of State,
Yes.
FEMA is critical. FEMA, we go to the, as we used to do them in the past. When there's potholes, they will come and fill, and there's a smooth movement of the road. As we speak, we'll be talking about challenges, finance, the FEMA. I don't know how critical, what's your paradigm, what's your new dynamics to help moving for FEMA so that it can work. Number one, the budget appropriation to FEMA, we know what it is. It's a bit that is going to write on the back. So I'm concerned about the funding for FEMA, Honorable Minister.
Okay.
Honorable Minister of...
It's enough.
It's enough for you.
For what?
Yeah. Maybe if I can respond.
Yes, right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. As regards to FEMA activities, you know, over the last 1 year, we have been battling with the issue of funding of FEMA because it's underfunded. And you will agree with me that to manage over, 36,000 kilometers of roads within the country cannot be funded under a budget of any organization or agency. I've been looking at the opportunities to be able to address this issue through the assessment, to get access to that 5% user charge that was supposed to go to FEMA. But unfortunately, there is this new tax reforms, and we are doing everything possible to ensure that we harmonize and get something that will keep FEMA moving. But let me tell you, the Honorable Minister has been on top of this situation even before I came to the Ministry of Works. And I believe with the rigor and commitment from the Minister and our dear boss, the President, this thing will be achievable because Mr. President is very committed about funding FEMA to ensure that we rehabilitate our roads. But go and check the history of any nation infrastructure. There is no way we can fund the rehabilitation of over 36,000 kilometers on budget. So I'm looking at our windows when we come up with a superior argument on this. We'll present it. The National Assembly is working on it because they have put an ad hoc committee for a very long time. They start with all the stakeholders, and then I've been briefing my boss, the minister, because I have to brief him on a daily basis on the activities of the FEMA, even though I'm the one supervising, but I have to give him information about what is going on. That is what the law says. So we're working together, we're working in harmony, and very soon you will see the results. And we have been crisscrossing all the roads. So no problem. Inshallah, we'll handle that issue very squarely, and we'll get to pass by the special grace of God. Funding will come. Thank you very much.
Director of Press, when is the first inspection going to take place? Because we have released money. You said you can't do all the zones this year. Can you announce the zones you are doing and let them know?
Correct. I'm not going to them. I had a meeting with the chairman of the press corps, Ministerial press corps yesterday.
Announce here everything.
We have agreed that we are starting with the North Central. Apparently tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Friday or Felling, we are starting. Okay,
the popular thing is that we can withdraw the dowry and then pay it in January. Okay. The PAM secretary, get back the dowry. It shouldn't stay in anybody's hand.
Okay, sir.
Because the festive period can swallow it.
Okay, sir.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Chooks, hold on. 1 minute. Yes, go ahead.
One house, please.
Yeah, thank you. Let me start by commenting. My name is John Chooks Umahi. I write for the Telegram. But let me start by commenting, just like you said, for the good work you are doing at this time. However, I would like to say, the question was, with the ongoing project you just enumerated, it's possible to say in the next 2 years, the issue of value will be on the thing of the past. Nigeria would like to hear this because a lot of what you just enumerated here now means that if they are completed, the issue that we are having value will be a thing of the past.
That's what the president came to do. But let us put it 2030. Okay? Yes.
Yeah. Let me go politically. You were a member of APC.
Yes.
And you also a national figure. The number of governors defecting to your party is a concern to Nigerians, especially Nigerians, not even politicians. I would like to ask your take on this, where people are talking about against one-party system, and don't you see anything wrong with that? That's one. The second thing, also, politically, in Niger State, the government of Niger State, Alex Oti, my government, has not defected to APC. And Niger APC are saying that if your close friend, in fact your cousin, that if he has to defect, it will come from you. That you are not able to talk to him enough to come to APC with your party. That is what I'm here to say.
Thank you. You have answered the question. You see how desirous you are for your governor to come to APC. And you are questioning other governors coming to, because of the good work the president is doing. If the president had allowed, everybody would have come in. Exactly. That is the truth. But it's a Democrat, and, but you see, there is a constitutional provision of rights of association. And so he cannot rightly and legally stop people from moving, across. PDP had it one time. Is that correct? So why are they now shouting about one party, the umbrella torn, I had to leave. Yes. Yes.
Recently, there were issue of scaling of ambassador nominee, and all of them were clear. that's also a concern to Nigeria. Your colleagues did that clearly. How do you say that Nigerians will expect the National Assembly to do a thorough job when it comes to screening of people? We have seen those that pass the National Assembly at the point in time they said they point their certificate. Nigerians are concerned with the screening method that is going in the National Assembly. What will be your take, sir?
They did an excellent job.
Thank you. Short and precise.
Yes. Yeah, one house, please. Yes. Nation.
Yes, the request I have, not the question, an apology.
Please, one house, please.
Yes, the apology first. I have to apologize for my reaction to you.
In Lagos.
One of the close to Kaduna Road.
Oh, it was Abuja, yes. Yes. You were blocking us. Yes.
My apologies.
Yes.
Yes, and my request, yes, is that the nation is doing a report and is exclusive to us. I've called your director, highway construction and rehabilitation severally.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Yes, it's about the report and it's what I'm asking about.
Okay.
It's exclusive.
My SSA, Honorable Ministers, Mrs. Winnie, are you there? Okay, get in contact. I respond to all calls. Well, we answer you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Everybody, I will answer everybody. So let us do it serially, please. Yes. And when you can't reach me directly and you're having difficulty, my Minister of State is here, my PAM Secretary is here. I continue to maintain that as a public officer, you must respond to calls. That's why in this place I have no visiting day. Because, at least this is renewed hope. We have to keep hope alive. We have to tell people what the president is doing. And president receives a lot of visitors also. And so that is very remarkable. So if you try anybody and they can, these three people seated here, we always answer your calls, please. Did you print it?
My name is Adachanya. I work for BBNC around International. So I want to recommend you for a job in civil rights management.
Okay.
Recommend.
I asked the question and right now the job is ongoing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All commendation to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who enables us.
So I want to make an appeal.
Yes.
Those of us coming from Nigerian, from Abuja Barracks, we have the hold up there because of the roads. If you are coming to the office in the morning, and if you are going back after the bridge, to Shema with AA the road gets
There is an issue there. I know what you're saying. If you start from the barracks, you will see some where the roads are spoiled. I don't know who was with me, and I directed him to contact the PAM Secretary FCT. Wike is an infrastructure guru, and if he sees that bad spot, that is one of the reasons. I'll tell you the second reason of the hold up. He will definitely do something. So my PAM Secretary is here. He's going definitely. Please put it in writing so that we can take it and he will talk to the PAM Secretary FCT and something will be done about those potholes. It's within FCT, and we can't just, go into it without their permission. But if they permit us, we can look for any of contractors within that axis to do it. But I know that, Minister Wike will do it if he knows about it. So we escalate it to him. Then the second problem there is the market. Are you with me? The market. The governor of Nasarawa State is doing something about it. We have done a drawing together and we've given approval, and work has started. I think his tractor that is doing that job for him. And there's going to be a lot of pedestrian bridge. But one of the permanent solutions is to put a reinforced concrete barrier, from beginning to end. So we will review it and see what it's doing, and then. I'm going to agree that my media is not good, and that's why we have 80 media supervisors. I'm going to also appoint SSA New Media. I'm not downgrading my director of press, but the ministry is quite large. So we have brought them under him to assist. Of course, I have SSA Media too. So, but I would like the media to be carried along. I must not be the one briefing. The director of press can also brief. He can do that briefing at least once in a month. If there are questions he can answer, he can escalate it to 3 of us. So let us agree that there must be monthly briefing. Where we can't attend, the director of press should be able to do that. Yes. Yes. Who is chairman? Are you the chairman? Yes, okay. Chairman of
Press Corps. Okay.
Huh? Oh, okay. I'm sure you'll be seeing our people with TC goods when we finish. There is good news.
My name is Professor. I write for the newspaper, and I'm the chairman.
But if you ask me questions that are complicated, then I will withdraw the good news. I'm just joking. Yeah. Yes.
I'm aware that there are litigations.
Yes.
And I think they are all to sit together a lot. So
Yes. More.
The litigation about, against the...
Yeah.
So what's the development of those litigations?
Litigations, eh?
Are they not threats to get the completion of those projects? That's number one. Number two, I remember the last month, or 2 weeks ago, there was an engagement here where some contracts were terminated. So this year, and the other people of state said that about 1,000 projects are ongoing. Can we know, sir, in the company times, the numbers of projects that are terminated this year? Thank you, sir, for non-performance. Thank you, sir.
When you go for that, when that marriage is reconsummated, and you go through all the projects, that's the essence of carrying you along. You will know the ones that are terminated, you know the ones that are going. But we just terminated 3 between Abuja, Lokoja, for known, performance. This is very important. You see, the issue of litigation, when we wanted to start Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, we, procured 10 senior advocates of Nigeria. And if you were in Lagos when we were opening temporarily the Lagos Calabar Session 1, the man spoke, and he says that it's out of all the litigation, that is about 4 that are still there and are trying to, by the reason of human face, talk to them. But you know that the Wing Homes, fraudulent, suit has been thrown away, and the people that that bought those lands, because the woman oversold. He bought 22 plots of land from natives, and he sold over 35. And there was no diaspora. They are my brothers and sisters that bought the thing. So we were in a co-hotel, and I took them to the Surveyor General, and they're talking. Of course, they also will take legal action. And if I wake up and I'm not happy, I will sue the woman for defamation. So I'm still waiting. So there is no litigation will stop the project. The projects are going very well. Lagos, Sokoto, Badagry. We have also 8 SAN. The one of Transhara, we have 8 SAN. So we are ready. We are fully ready. And don't forget that this David, who is always into war. Yes. Yes. Yes, sir.
Let me start by commending you on the work you're doing under the agenda. And that includes the president. Having said that, I noticed that as part of your caring attitude, you are open certain roles because of the festive season.
It's the caring of the president, not me. The president directed.
All right. I don't know whether you can also get the president's directive so that some more roles and also open as a job for this period.
Like which one?
Like this there's a whole lot of constriction around that
Prime Secretary, direct to directors. Even if the concrete is within 14 days, open it. And then you can stop temporarily for the next 2 weeks and use stone base to put over the reinforcement. So the idea is to make the entire stretch to be motorable. Let all contracts stop for the next 14 days and let seamless travel, happen there. Please, I want to be briefed on Friday. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I also want to commend you for what you have done. I see that you are on top of the game. The way you are bringing out your achievement, I wouldn't be able to do that except I rehearse for about 6 months or 1 year. Even at your age. Honorable Minister of State, from that Kubu to Yaya Road, I see FEMA almost maintaining that road, scraping, doing one thing or the other. But after a month or two, the road still goes by, and you still have pothole, and you don't know if you are driving on that road, your car will fall inside one of the potholes.
It is normal, my brother. When you, there is no remedy to badly constructed road. There is no remedy. Asphalt road has a shelf life of 15 years. Yes. So after 15 years, every other thing is babash. It has to be removed. So they are even doing, extraordinary well. And that's why the president is no longer constructing road. He's building road. Are you getting me? When the road is built, then the job of FEMA will be less. And when people talk about FEMA, when a road is badly constructed, there's no amount of money you give to FEMA that can maintain the road. Because contractors do bad jobs, within 1 year deferred liability period, they collect their retention. I know one of my directors that is an expert in procuring a retention certificate without going to site to see that the site is done. And you're supposed to liaise with the commissioner of works in that state to give attestation that that job has been maintained for 1 year. Prime Secretary, please, if they bring it again without the Commissioner of Works of the state attesting that the job has been maintained, do not agree to sign. Okay? This is very important. When a commissioner becomes unruly, you write us, and then we talk to the governor. But this is the procedure. We can't pay retention without proof of, having maintained the road for 1 year. Do we agree with this?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. His Excellency, sir, my name is Suleiman, who built a report for Democracy Radio of the National Assembly. I need to be biased a little bit, sir. I'm a Kwara. And
you are what?
I'm from Kwara State.
Kwara, yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Kayama, is it? Kayama. We have about 3 roads that Abuja is doing. Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much. In your last visit to Kwara State,
yes,
especially on the road being carried by Bua under the credit scheme, whatever, there's a particular statement to honor that particular day. The week I was very good. The opposition in that state started dragging most of the members of the APC in some of the social media platform, but you have to address that with that statement. Going forward, sir, I need to ask you this. It's very important.
It's freedom of speech.
Okay, sir. The flyover being approved by the president at Okolowo, people who are so much interested to know the updates on this side, because the road, the corridor where it belongs, there used to be a foreign.
Is Engineer Musa here?
Yes.
It's by the intervention fund of the president. So design is ongoing and we are going to do it. We are going to do it. Is that correct? Yes. Yes.
Any more question, please?
I remember my statement in Kwara, and it was made in good faith, because Kwara people are good people. When you see one that is not good, you ask for the biological certificate.
Right. Honorable Minister, good afternoon. My name is Paul from Ministerial. I happen to come from Abuja, United States. Before the
Onuka.
So before the Beach project, our people were outside.
That they were neglected.
Yes.
You didn't vote for the president, you didn't vote for me. So keep quiet, and you have gotten what you didn't work for. So don't talk. You should be grateful to God and to the president. Yes. Don't talk about neglect, because you didn't merit what you are getting.
Yes. Our concern is when, like, okay, particularly, like many people.
Say you are sorry. You are going to vote 100% now. Okay. The job is ongoing. It's ongoing, properly funded. During the dry season, they will go inside. They are doing Kofa Dam now. They are beginning to do piling within the ocean. So the job is ongoing, properly funded by the president. It will be done.
I wanted to know a time frame when you do something.
The time frame is your time frame. Yes. And then, okay, last person. You write for social media television? ASU TV. University people. Okay.
You mentioned that some of the contractors working on that, and some of the contractors and for those who apply that rule, you will see that those areas that work for 20 minutes.
It is better for us to do remedial work over there than for them to use sand and cement and block the road, and the work is not going on. And they don't forget that it's an intervention fund. The first of the road is 4 billion. The other one is 9 billion. They are meant for intervention under the flood of 2023. And so they didn't do it.
When do we hope to see work commence in those portions?
Yes, we have, it's part of 150 kilometer that we are putting together. So that we have a seamless, route from Abuja to Kano. So the Abuja to Lokoja. It's under procurement, making sure that we follow Senator Baribe's na my in-law, na me and him, na my in-law. No. Is there any other question? Okay. I think the Christmas rice is the problem. The Christmas in the air, so we can no longer concentrate. PS, please, can you tag this gentleman very well? Well done, sir. Thank you.
On behalf of the Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency, Senator, Engineer David Umahi, and the Minister of State for Works, Barrister Agoroyo, I want to especially thank everyone seated here, the directors and staff of the ministry, the press who have been our partner to this very important event, which is aimed at not to sell ourselves, not to sell the ministry, but just to emphasize and to plead with Nigerians to appreciate what we are doing and to give us more support so that we can do more. We have a visionary leader in the ministry, a transformer, a professional, a professor of infrastructure, who has brought ingenuity in the infrastructure business. And every day new things come up just to escalate how we do our infrastructure business. 2 weeks ago, he got all of us on the road. We were in Uyo, we were in Calabar to see things for ourselves. And for the first time, I personally saw Lagos Calabar Road, Superhighway, Koro, if I can use that word. Last week again, we were in Lagos to do temporary opening of the Lagos Calabar, the Lagos Eleko section. I saw it myself, and it is technology in action. And if you don't do this, then we will have remained armchair personnel. And the challenge to all of us here as pressmen is for us to go out and see what we are doing. If you have been lying, you see, you give us feedback. If you have been working, give us kudos so that we can do more. Mr. President has given the ministry the mandate to perform, and to the best of our ability we are performing. We want to appreciate all of you. I want to appeal to you to please go outside your comfort zone and do what journalism is all about. Go out there and see what we are doing and report what we are doing. Whatever you think we are not doing well, give us feedback so that we can improve on what we are not doing well. Where we are doing well, tell us kudos. And thank Mr. President for delivering on his mandate. So on behalf of the minister, we want to thank you for finding time to be here to share this moment with us. And we continue to be partners and partners in progress. And like the minister has said, the dowry, you don't have to, if you actually you are true lovers, I don't need to wait for dowry before you say, I concur, I agree. So please, don't even wait for the dowry. Go ahead and show the love you have for this nation. Whatever you are doing, you are not doing it for the Ministry of Works. You are doing it for the nation, for the generation yet unborn. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think you can agree that we have a good PAM secretary. Don't you agree with me?
Yeah,
those in support say aye.
Aye.
I can now go and leave.
Thank you very much. With this, we have come to the end of the program.
Can you be off camera? Because my own like rap, they know they do for security. Are we safe?
Okay,